Those of you who've been following our recent series of videos will know that after years of incredible experiences with our EuroFOX aircraft Golf Charlie Oscar Charlie Golf, we made the very difficult decision to sell her to buy something a little faster, more comfortable and with a longer range. Eve, my wife, had her heart set on the WT Dynamic from Aerospool, which she'd fallen in love with following her first experience of it at the Popper Microlight Trade Fair in 2024.
Is that okay?
Conversations were had.
Would you like flying one of those?
Yeah, of course I would, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like
Is
that
it like
idea.
having a sports car?
Yeah, it would be quite nice. I think it would be just a different experience.
Or one might argue the subtle process of indoctrination had begun. Some of you may have watched our review of the WT9 with LX Aviation. There is a link at the top right-hand side of the screen if you'd like to watch that video now. Initially, we believed that we may have found a pre-owned aircraft that came close to meeting our needs, but after negotiations fell through, we were left feeling disappointed and disillusioned. But, as is often the case in these things, where one door closes, another one opens. And my word, what a wonderful door to have opened for us. Almost prophetically, or one might argue by my wife's creative and strategic engineering of the situation, we now found ourselves in Slovakia with an amazing opportunity to visit Aerospool, home of the WT Dynamic. And for those of you who have not already guessed, it looks like a new love may soon be entering our lives. Follow along to see what the next stage in our little adventure might look like.
After a wonderful introduction to the magical city of Bratislava, we were up early the following morning to get on the road to Aerospool, located in Prievidza. Being familiar with the European roads, I decided that I was going to be the pilot in command for this trip, and Jeff could do his best at being a navigator. The journey from Bratislava to Prievidza is just over 2 hours by car. The low cloud base and light rain did nothing to dampen our view of the spectacular countryside, and if anything, added to the drama of the landscape. We passed through a number of towns and villages lined with small properties, the modesty of which could not disguise the pride the residents clearly feel in their neighborhoods. The roads were smooth and well maintained, gardens were neatly groomed, and there were no signs of litter. It really puts England to shame. We caught a glimpse of the windsock and blue fascia of Aerospool, and our anticipation grew. With a mixture of nerves and excitement, we walked up to the entrance and pressed the doorbell for reception.
The door is open.
After you. As we stepped over the threshold, it felt like we were on hallowed ground.
Wow.
A lot of toys.
Beautiful.
We are desperate to establish that the Dynamic is the right aircraft for us. So before being taken on a guided tour of this incredible facility, Ján Hrabovský was kind enough to spare some of his valuable time to talk to us about how the business and aircraft have developed over the decades.
All 8 friends at the beginning, we were glider pilots. Our idea was to build the laminate gliders. The first manufacturer was a prototype of glider, presently in museum in Košice. And we saw that the ultralight world is growing. Before Dynamic, it was one-seater ultralight. During building this small plane, as a test, if we are able to do the paper war, because plane without paper on this planet, it is impossible. Big advantage for Wright brothers was that on those time was no CAA. In '96, we started with developing Dynamic. The first prototype was flying in '99. The plane was not fulfilled regulation for a microlight plane. And it was changed the wings, the tail, the parts in interior. Only 20% of the plane is the same between first and second prototype. And since 21, we started the serial production. We delivered more than 1,000 planes and kits together.
Yeah, and that's worldwide, isn't it? You do, yeah.
The Dynamic are flying around the world in all continents except Antarctica. The most exotic, Australia, New Zealand, New Caledonia or Hawaiian Islands. There is a picture. It was Mateusz Lenarčič, Slovenian partner.
Yeah.
His idea was to to overfly the globe. It was not only for a fun. During this trip he was measured pollution of atmosphere with black carbon. Now he's preparing something similar with Atlantic, with four-seater. Both planes are specially prepared for this purpose. If I imagine that I should fly from San Francisco to Hawaiian Island to sit in the plane 16 or 17 hours and to see only ocean, oh.
Absolutely, that's impressive.
To certify the plane, that is too complicated, costs time and money. Ultralight world is a little bit easier, but not as easier as 20 years or 25 years before. Disadvantage by ultralight is that every 300 kilometers borders and new rules. Yeah. For example, to fly to France presently, it is complicated because they have limited for maximum takeaway 525 kilograms, and if you want to fly there with 600 kilogram planes, you need special permission. Yeah. Increasing maximum takeaway on 600 kilograms, that was new start for the ultralight world. It is visible in Germany or in Czech Republic. Unfortunately, in England, the situation is not so easy. It was not in the same time as in Germany or in Czech Republic. These three countries wanted almost the same rules, but there are small differences, but these small differences have big influence on the business because it can cause big differences in building the plane.
Do you still enjoy the business?
Yes, why not? Yeah, it was our hobby. Flying was our hobby and is our hobby. And if you want to connect hobby with business, we are the same group of friends.
That was really nice.
Yeah, that's important. We still are able to go together somewhere to holiday. Yeah. The second generation is coming there.
I was going to say, do you have the second generation coming, taking over?
And also the second generation, they are the friends. Yeah, my son, Josef's son, or Gabriela's son, they are working there in company. Okay, for the future, we have also a four-seater. It is younger, bigger brother of Dynamic. And I hope somewhere during next year, we will see the first prototype on the runway. And that can be future for our children, for the next generation. Our intention is not to be competitor, for example, to Cirrus or to Cessna, but between Microlight and Cessna or Cirrus, there is a big gap. It means to have there some a little bit smaller, lighter, four-seater, but important for us is that the plane should have good behavior and good performance.
Do you think that the Rotax 916 has made that possible, or would you have found a way some other how?
No. 916 engine is perfect engine. It has enough power. The fuel consumption is very low. If we compare it with Conti or Lycoming engine, in my opinion, the engine is green. It is modern engine with injection controlled by computer, and with turbo. It is able, the plane with such an engine is able to fly very high and very fast. Perfect for the cruising. We have there in Slovakia one customer, and he called me, I have some small things I need. And where are you? I'm in Roma. Where in? Oh, what do you think in Roma? Oh, I was going there with my friend to drink a coffee. Oh, good. Okay, that is from Bratislava to Roma, 2.5 hours. Yeah. With such an engine, with such a plane, is Europa smaller. Yeah, because it's able to fly with through airspeed 340 kilometers per hour.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The Rotax engine is familiar to you. The 916, is it more difficult for you to install, for you to incorporate into your production?
At the beginning it was It was a big challenge because the engine is totally different, it's bigger, they produce more heat as 100 horses. Yeah. Installation of the engine, it was 6 months of the works, but now the guys in production, they said that injection engine are easier because the setup of the engine is easier. Yeah, install and everything is working.
So you've seen a significant change with the engines, the materials, the technology over the course from when you started with gliders now to the four-seater.
Yeah, that is since 2000 the microlight worlds changed a lot. If we have order the dynamic with normal carburetor, then oh, what is it? This year there were, I think, 2 or 3 planes with 100 horsepower carburetor engine. Now everybody wants to power and everything should be easy. To sit in the plane, start the key or push the button and fly. And not the choke and this and how the temperature is. Everything was changed. Engine propellers presently, the hydraulic adjustable propeller that is standard for the planes with 915 or 916 on the dashboard. When we started production of the Dynamic, then Garmin Pilot 3, which has the screen as small as mobile phone. Yeah? And now big screens. If some friend who is flying as airliner is looking in the plane, I don't know so good screens as you in Dynamic. Yeah.
That brings me on to another question. One of the conversations that we've had showed that Aerospool really do put safety above all else. Is that something that's important to you?
Yeah, safety. Safety is number one, that is for us, because we are not only manufacturer, we are the pilots. The plane is for the pilots, from pilots. And if I cannot imagine that we will deliver something that I will feel not safe. A lot of people are saying it is only ultralight. That is not only ultralight. If it is flying, it is plane. For us, it is plane. It is the same. It has to be the same quality. CAA is there every year for the audit, and they checked every small point in the production. It must be and is safe.
Do you still fly often?
Often. I want to, but the day has only 24 hours. If I want to spend some time also with family, then. But every year I'm flying roughly 100 hours. I'm also a tow pilot. That is again the good hobby, because the towing gliders with Dynamic with 160 horsepower. Oh, it is more pleasure as with standard plane.
And one cheeky question: if you weren't flying a Dynamic, what other plane would you choose to fly?
Instead Dynamic?
Instead, yeah, anything.
Something from the history, or my friend has Boeing Stearman, and flying with it, that is something, to be 100 years ago. But from the new plane, maybe the Shark. Yeah, that is also laminate, low wing, but it is tandem. The feeling is a little bit different. But I prefer the plane with side by side. Yeah, it is similar to the car. If you are driving a car in two, then you are sitting side by side. No?
Yeah, it's a bit fighter pilot.
Yeah, that is for the fighters. Yeah, that is something different. But
With a greater understanding of Aerospool's philosophy and the dedicated team behind the aircraft, we were keen to explore the factory complex.
Oh, wow.
Ján kindly set aside his other commitments to personally accompany us. One of the first people we met on the factory floor was his good friend and Aerospool's technical director, Josef.
Nice to meet you.
Josef spricht also Deutsch.
Fantastisch.
Ja, bisschen Deutsch.
Okay. Meins ist auch nur noch ein bisschen. Mein Mann kann hier Stunden verbringen und sich alles ins Genaue angucken.
Ist ganz normal, wie Spielzeuge sind immer
teuer. Ganz genau.
Hello,
Josef.
I'm Jeff.
Josef, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Even Josef were quite right. I would happily have travelled across Europe to spend the whole weekend in this one room alone. Even though the aircraft in this particular hall were here for repair and maintenance, I felt like I did when I first visited Hamleys in Regent Street as a child. We were given access to around 8 of the main areas of the factory complex, although we are told that there are also a number of other ancillary manufacturing and supporting units both on and off-site. Affectionately referred to as the Glider Hall, this is where it all started for Aerospool, and was originally their main unit.
This hall, we called still this hall Glider Hall, because this hall, that was the first hall that we built as new. In this hall was doing the painting of the gliders and also repairs of the gliders.
In the early stages of the production of the Dynamic, aspects of the manufacturing process, such as painting, were outsourced until the team realized that this did not make economic sense.
Then, in one moment, okay, stop. This hall will be for painting of the Dynamic and for the maintenance.
Yeah.
The Glider Hall has since been repurposed for the repair and maintenance of the active WT9 Dynamic fleet, but Ján goes on to add,
But for so-called VIP clients, for our friends, we still have a small place for the repairs, for the maintenance.
It's your roots as well.
Yeah.
So I can see why.
And we are still under there.
Glider at heart.
We then moved to the Laminating Hall where Ján had a surprise waiting for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bist du jetzt da, Baby? Ja?
This is laminating hall.
Ja.
Beginning. Everything begins in this corner.
Ja.
That's your place.
Oh, that's our plane.
Wow.
Just as I thought this visit couldn't get any more exciting, we were introduced to our aircraft for the very first time. Here you see the fuselage, belly pan and starboard wing. I immediately recognized our build reference number on the job sheet.
Everything is under very strong control.
Yeah.
On the wall you
Yeah.
can see papers, this yellow box
Yeah.
that measured temperature and humidity. This area,
Yeah.
this hall, that was the first air-conditioned area. It was
Ja.
that was early as air conditioning in our office.
Yeah.
Because
It's needed.
it's needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be 20 to 22 temperature
Ja.
and humidity less than 40.
Ja. Und da sind auch keine Deviationen.
Ja.
Kann man nicht.
Ja,
Das ist kein Spielraum. Ne?
Es muss sein.
Ja.
Das sind Materialien, auf solche wir laminieren.
Ist das alles in Schichten zusammengeklebt dann?
Ja.
Ja?
The composite body is fabricated using a standard classical sandwich technique, comprising of the outer paint or gel coat, a laminate sheet, a foam layer, and then a final inner laminate sheet.
At the beginning, the foam is elastic.
Ja.
If the material is laminated
Ja.
from both sides,
Dann ist fest.
then it is stiff. It is foam.
Yeah.
It is elastic,
Ja.
but it is laminated from both sides.
So
Laminate.
leicht ist.
Something like a sandwich.
Ja.
It is strong. It is
Ja.
stiff.
Ja.
The advantage of the material, this laminate, is that all parts can be very light.
Ja. Oh.
Yeah. The weight of
Fast
this
gar nichts, ja.
2 kilograms. Yeah.
Wow.
So big.
Yeah.
It is flap. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. everything can be very, very light.
Ja.
Also your plane will be light.
Ja. Wie lange braucht man von Start bis Finish?
From the beginning till the finish, it is 10 to 12 weeks. The first thing is laminating the fuselage, the three parts of the fuselage. Then on Monday, the parts will be glued together, and then on this position, they are laminating the wings, but they are also the wings for the next plane. Your wings were laminated the last week, and in this position, they are preparing the shafts for the landing gear. You have also
we have retractable,
retractable gear with full doors. Yeah, it will be almost the same as this one. On this position, we do the geometry of the plane. It's very, very important work because it's important for the flying behavior. If the plane will fly straight ahead or a little bit difference between fuselage for 915 or 16 or normal engines. The stabilizer, that is for the version for 915 or 16, and that is for 912 or 914. That is different. And also this part is higher, and radar will be also bigger, because the strong engine needs more bigger tail.
For balancing, isn't it?
Yeah, they can balance und auch Motor, the strong motor. Sein, ab und zu spreche ich
kein
Englisch
Problem.
und Deutsch. The engine that has 160 horsepower has a bigger movement. And against this movement, it's necessary to have a bigger square, more surface.
It was remarkable to learn just how strong the aircraft was. Ján told us that the wings are able to sustain 3,600 kilograms of loading, despite being incredibly light.
Wenn es nicht fertig ist, wenn es nicht lackiert ist, es wiegt gegen 16 Kilo. When it's fertig ist, mit Lackierung, mit control system, with everything, it's 20 kilograms.
To promote a culture of safety, meet regulatory requirements, and as part of quality control, each aircraft has a folder which serves as a meticulous record of the manufacturing process. It precisely details the materials and or components used and the individual who manufactured, fitted, and or adjusted them. Aerospool are rightly proud of their industry-leading safety record, and it's one of the factors that initially drew us to choose the WT9 Dynamic. It was time to move on to the next stage, and although I was reluctant to drag myself away from witnessing the birth of our new aircraft, I knew that what lay in wait for us in the next unit would be just as exciting.
If the plane is painted, it comes there. There is final assembly hall. Yeah. And in this hall we install the landing gear, instruments, control system, engine, propeller, everything. It means in this hall we are doing from the parts the plane. I think it is third engine this year.
Oh, right.
Because it is 100 horsepower carburetor engine.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it is really third engine.
That's the one we get.
Good. Das ist
es.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It is complete production.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we are not too big, but we are trying to be very effective on the place and also on the people.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Having explored most of the larger halls of the complex, Ján then took us to visit the instrument panel and avionics suite.
Yeah, there is. And for every plane, is in accordance with customer prepared one draft, and then the colleagues are preparing the instrument panel.
Lovely. There's your dashboard, baby.
That's I think we're just approving us.
Yeah, normally we are cutting it on the CNC machine, but sometimes happen that the customer ordered something additionally, and then it's necessary to do it by hand. Yeah, it was cut by CNC machine.
Just when we thought the tour was over, we were invited to jump into one of the company's cars and were driven to Aerospool's hangar, where new aircraft are held prior to collection by their new owners.
Lovely. Whoa.
Despite Jan's modest and humble delivery, it was easy to see the incredible level of skill and expertise deployed in the manufacture of the aircraft. We could not believe just how much time and effort the team at Aerospool invested in us, but they have every right to feel fiercely proud of the work they do and the aircraft they produce. If we were in their position, we would want the world to see just how special Aerospool is. The experience for us at Aerospool has been truly awe-inspiring. It has left us extremely confident in Aerospool's aircraft and in no doubt that placing an order for a new WT9 Dynamic is the right move for us. The one aspect of the process that we regret not filming was the configuration and specification of our new aircraft. Ján, Erika and Alex spent a great deal of time going through the options, demonstrating color swatches and talking about possible instrument panel and avionics choices.
Tell you what, this is better than Ryanair.
By some margin, I would say.
We came here in Ryanair, and I think this is much more comfortable.
Next time I will use it.
Yes.
I've actually been amazed at just how much Eve has both driven this process and been interested and excited by it. Although I'm a little bit worried she now has designs on the 916 WT10 Dynamic. I have a feeling we'll be back. As you've seen from this video, our new aircraft is already in the early stages of production, and this visit permitted us to finalise the last few details of our order.
Before we left Slovakia, we took the opportunity to meet up with Jay-Z, not the rapper, but our amazing friend EuroFOX of YouTube fame. He introduced us to the most amazing Nutella pancakes, Slovakian cola, and gave us tips on where to explore in Bratislava and how to find the Christmas markets. If you're not subscribed to his channel, then please check him out. He's a great guy, and he produces some fantastic aviation videos.
If you've made it this far, then thank you so much. I salute your commitment. We would finally like to say a huge thank you to Ján Hrabovský, Erika Simova, and the team at Aerospool, Nick Buckley, Juraj Servan, Michael Bloomfield, Bruce Drake, and also the team at Alex Aviation, without which this experience would not have been possible. We hope it'll only be a matter of months before we can once again slip the surly bonds of Earth and continue on to exciting adventures in our new Dynamic. If you've enjoyed this video, then why not subscribe to follow along on our next little adventure, and we'll see you then.